Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here, and welcome to another Honkai Star Rail video. As you can see, our CM bros have been cooking yet again with the version 1.1 tier list, as well as all of the team composition for the Memory of Chaos, using simulations as well as in-combat testing to bring you guys who is the best in this V1.1 patch post Silverwolf. Now, as you can see, I have personally cleared the Memory of Chaos, so I did manage to get 30 out of 30 stars. We did 28 out of 30 on stream, and the last two I just did it very quickly off my own time. But let's take a look at what the CM bros think in terms of the current power level. Of course, we have Seele at the very top. I think there is no denying how strong she is. She is just so busted, especially for the last few runs. Of course, Gokolia is quantum weak, and then for Kafka, you can really just brute force her by using Seele into Silverwolf combination for Kafka. It is absolutely crazy how strong this combo gets, and of course that is one of the team I've used. In this video, we'll also break down I just realized my VTuber model is covering, so let's remove that. But yeah, Seele at the very top, and she is just so good because of course we operate on a cycle, right? Cycle matters. You have to get down to at least have 20 cycles left if you want to 3-star it. And then for Seele, the name of the game is just the DPS race, and I feel this is a much stronger right now in comparison to the other limited damage dealer which we have, which is Qingque, who is sitting at S-, so just slightly under Seele. Now, what is very interesting as you look at the simulation damage breakdown is that we have another spike in Qingque. All right, the Mahjong girl. Now, he makes a very clear statement on, this is sim. You may Qingque is both a tier quote-unquote S and a tier F unit, because you can get very good RNG with her, but also very bad RNG with her. So it really depends on your run. But if you have an E6 Qingque, you definitely have a shot at running her at one of the strongest teams for Memory Chaos clears if you don't have Seele. Now, the other two A+ tiers in terms of the main damage dealer is going to be Sushan and Yanqing. So you can see already in the team breakdown, as we saw scrolling in the beginning, you essentially want to build two teams, one around a damage dealer and the other around the other damage dealer that you have. So you're realistically picking two out of these. I would say we'll stop just at Dangheng, right? Just at Dangheng. So you're picking 2 out of the 8 damage dealers available. And Sushan and Qingque are very good choices if you don't run Seele and Qingque. So of course for myself, I built my two teams, one around Seele and one around Qingque. And if we take a look and we'll fast forward to the other tier units, Hook and Clara as A tier. Clara is a bit different, okay? So this is just a damage output, but Clara can operate as a pseudo tank. So she's playing 2 roles in one. So definitely don't count her out. Now, let's take a look at some of the team recommendations and breakdowns in terms of the paths. So in the Harmony paths, sitting at the 2 S tiers are going to be Qingque and Bronya. Bronya actually, I feel, is slightly weaker if you don't have E1 and her signature cone. That's why she's sitting at S. If you have both the E1 and signature cone, she's significantly better. But Qingque, as a free unit sitting at S tier, is 100% surely going to be a very good addition to your team. Asta, for example, is also great. Slightly difficult to use in the sense that you really want to have her built with the speed and the energy rope and just keep spamming, either if you go dance in the relic, or you build it as a pseudo support / breaker. But we're also waiting for Yukong, and currently rated as A rank, but we don't know the full kit, so we'll wait for that. But those are the major Harmony supports. Now, looking at the Nihility path, of course we have Silverwolf sitting at the very top S+ tier. Now, she enables so many different team compositions. It's crazy, and allowing you to mix and match, either going team 1 and team 2 depending on the enemy boss's weakness. Silverwolf is fantastic, and setting S+ is no doubt warranted. Okay, Pela, definitely Pela stonks are up in this Memory Chaos because of the Dispel, which is very important against the enemy. The Madara struck enemies will revive, but Pela can dispel that. And also with the release of the new event cone. The new event cone along with Pela allowing her to go AAQ, which is 2 auto attacks into an ultimate if you have the energy rope, okay? Which is absolutely crazy if you think about it. So these are the team breakdowns for some of the commonly used teams. Sitting at the very top, it's a very hilarious name. It's called either You Die First or I Die First. Seele, Bronya, Silverwolf, and Pela. Interestingly, okay, this is very similar to the team I ran for my Memory Chaos 10 clear against Kafka. It's slightly different, and I'll talk about why mine was a bit different. Now, Team 2 is a variation, but instead of Bronya, it's Tingyun, and instead of Pela, it's Bailu. Okay, so let's talk about those two biggest damage output dealers. So the Bronya in this team, which I used, is simply due to the fact that, of course, she has E1 as well as Signature Cone for I myself. So that is I think the optimal setup with Silverwolf. Now, Pela and Silverwolf can actually guarantee you around 100% defense break, and it stacks, all right? It's not diminishing return, so you do insane amount of damage. And the only reason, well, 2 reasons why I didn't run that is because if you look at my team, the first reason is my Pela is level 40, all right? My Pela is level 40. She's not going to do much. But the second reason is because Kafka does have that mind control, and also there are 3 waves that realistically you're not going to make it to the last wave with full HP, have all the skill and ultimate up. So I ran Bailu. So you can see my team, but the second team is a variation of the first and second one, right? Instead of Tingyun, it's Bronya. Instead of Pela, it is Bailu for the revive as well as the heal, which came in very, very clutch. This leaves my first team to be Jingyue and Tingyun. These two just are really, really good together. All right, they're like perfect for each other. So I would not really change them unless I need to land, you know, a new weakness through Silverwolf, and I have to switch the Tingyun into Silverwolf. That's the only time. Now for the other two, I essentially just went survivability. Right, Gepard and Natasha for the heal. Now this might be replaced by Lucha when he comes out, so you can even go a bit more offensive, or I can take this out and have a Pela instead, or someone. It doesn't really matter, or even March 7th. The only reason why I'm doing this right now is my Gepard is not properly built yet. I don't have the energy roll for him, so he cannot solo tank. Okay, so of course I need the Nakasha's heal, and just a lot safer as a team. Now looking at the rest of the teams, again, you can see it's all Seele cores basically, right? So if we take a look at the other teams that are not Seele cores, there are 2, right? The physical core team, which is really strong looking at the damage output, Sushan, Natasha, Clara, and Silverwolf. So we got the healer and the pseudo tanking Clara. So this team I personally very much like. I don't have Clara, unfortunately. As soon as I do, I will for sure start building this physical team. And the other one is the Jingyuan team, which I talked about. You know, this is very similar to what I was saying. Jingyuan, Tingyun locked in together, and then I had Gepard for the survival, and last spot is kind of flex, but I'm using Natasha for survivability. So these are some of the teams. You got Ice, Fire, and your Yanqing team as well. Now looking at the rest, there are some assumptions to be made because in the testing phase of this simulation, the person who made the tier list and whatnot, they said that here Silverwolf, her full potential is not included in the damage calculation because the sim is based on enemies having the weakness that your main damage dealer has, right? Okay, so Silverwolf, of course, if you implement a new damage weakness, which for example is Quantum, Seele gets even stronger, which is why in my Kafka fight, I've killed her in like 1 or 2 cycles maximum. My second half only took 1 or 2 cycles, which is absolutely crazy. And you can see this is a variation. If you don't have Seele, you can run the Qingque team. And of course, we have the imaginary, the physical, and this is the final breakdown of the teams available for this Memory of Chaos. But Silverwolf is going to be very, very core and enable a lot of the team composition, which I truly, truly like. And there are videos right now out there talking about break effect Silverwolf. So when you do that, your E0 Silverwolf landing a break effect can actually do upwards of 10 sorry, 100. Yes, that's right, 100,000 in terms of damage. Not going for any even attack or crit, just level 80 with the signature cone and plus stacking all of the effect break you can get. I'll make a video on it most likely once I start getting the gear and take her to Memory Chaos 10 as well. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your breakdown and see if you agree with this tier list from our CM bros and the various team compositions available. Are you running any of the team compositions listed here? I certainly am running variations of it and clearly found success because Memory Chaos 30. Very, very good. I think this is, what, second day? Yeah, this is the second day. So 12 days left and I've already cleared it. Now, would that affect my chance or would that affect my choice to pull Locha? We'll see. We will see. But it's TimaeuSS here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye now.